What's up YouTube, this is Groudon Empire and I am here for another episode of my Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Rating Battle Spot Single Laddering Series, where I take on the online ladder in singles, which is 3 versus 3, and as an experienced player that got 1900s plus in X and Y, my goal in this series is to provide high level commentary and gameplay for all of us to benefit from and to become better players. If you are hyped and you like this video, please remember to click that like button, as it really shows the support for this channel, and I hope you guys enjoy what you're watching. What's up guys, this is Groudon Empire, and right now I have a another post narration for a live recording. This is going to be just like episode 77, where I'm looking at a game that I actually recorded live. This wasn't a stream. This is actually recorded live, but there was a lot of stuff going on, and I didn't want to just I'm basically using this live footage, and I'm gonna commentate over it. You know, I'm not going to you know, do anything that's going to be unhelpful. The commentary should still help. It should still be insightful. It should still be helpful. And this was an interesting game. It really showcases whatever it ended up doing. But anyway, forget about that. Let's just get right into this commentary. So I look at my opponent's. It's gonna be a short video, by the way. I look at my opponent's team, and there's a Mega Gengar or Sash. I'm not completely sure. I decide, you know, I write their team down. I'm thinking that, you know, when I say Cresselia, I'm thinking to bring Mawile, but then Mawile it's really hard to deal with everything. Like Rotom-Wash is a big thorn, alright? It's a big pain in the crack. And Gengar is, like, the problem is Cresselia can't necessarily settle with Trick Room. So then I'm thinking, hey, you know, Mega Salamence can actually put in work. I can set up a DD, I can take down Mega Gengar, I can take down the Whimsicott, I can take down the Excadrill, I can Dragon Dance up and Facade, you know, if I get burned by the Rotom. So that's a good time. And then of course, you know, I can take care of Blaziken. So that's 5 Pokemon. So Salamence, as you can see, is my lead mon. And I pick Raikou to deal with the Cresselia, because Cresselia is otherwise really the only big problem for Salamence. It's a big problem though. It's not just a problem, it's a big problem. But I mean, if I can deal with the Cresselia with the Raikou, then I'm in good shape. And I decide here, I'm actually thinking between Cresselia and Swampert, who I should end up bringing. And I think that Swampert is probably better, because I can burn the Cresselia, and I can just, you know, Stealth Rock and Roar things, and it's just, I'm bulky, so I can do things. So it's better than bringing Cresselia, even though Cresselia does have Lunar Dance. But what's it gonna do versus opposing Cresselia? It can't really do anything. So unless I get freeze hacks, which is just, yeah, at that point it's just crazy. So I do start off with the Salamence, as you can see. Starts off with an Excadrill. It can be Focus Sash. It's not Air Balloon, but it can be Focus Sashed. And I'm thinking I should just go for a DD. No, wait. Do I want a DD? Yeah, I just DD here because I got this thing at -1, and the Rock Slide's not going to do too much damage. So I can just DD up, and it might be, even if it's Focus Sash, again, I DD up, and I can just Earthquake, and I can do whatever the heck I want to do. And my opponent ends up switching out into Rotom-Wash, which is understandable because Earthquake, you know, Earthquake immunity. But I go for DD, and even after that, you know, Rotom-Wash again. If a Salamence doesn't have Facade, Rotom-Wash can still really deal with Salamence really well. But mine has Facade, and my opponent doesn't know this. So what happens now is I just go for another DD. I want to see what my opponent's going to do. If he's going to Will-o-Wisp, if he's going to Hidden Power Ice. I want to see what my opponent's going to do. Volt Switch. We'll see what my opponent's going to do. I can just DD. I have no reason not to DD. I really don't. And my opponent is going to go for a Will-o-Wisp, and they land the Will-o-Wisp. And my opponent doesn't know that I actually have Facade. So, but however, at this range, like, I need to still be at +3 if I want to OHKO a defensive Rotom-Wash with Facade. So I go for another DD at this stage of the game, and you'll see that, you know, I'm gonna go for another DD, and my opponent is gonna go for something, but I'm gonna go for DD, and I'm all, you know, glad and excited, but I am worried because if I get crit hit by a Thunderbolt, you know, that's not a good time. If my opponent maybe has a hidden power ice, it might not be a good time. And also, even after getting +3 Mega Salamence with Facade and burned, boosted Facade, it doesn't necessarily mean I can sweep, because my opponent might actually end up having a Focus Sash Mon, and that wouldn't be a good time. And my phone just rang. I do apologize for that. Twitter notifications, again, as always. So I do OHKO the Rotom-Wash with a +3 burn boosted Facade, and at this point I am just hoping my opponent doesn't have any sashed Pokemon in the back. I think my opponent probably has a Focus Sash Excadrill, or maybe it's Scarf. I'm not completely sure, but it doesn't really matter if it's not Focus Sash. So right now I'm really hoping my opponent isn't a Focus Sash Excadrill, and I'm considering switching because of that, but then I'm like, you know, I think it's better at this point if I actually just go for broke, go for Facade, honestly, because, you know, Facade is just if it can OHKO the Rotom-Wash, then it's gonna OHKO pretty much everything. Okay, so I just go for Facade for the hell of it because it's a fun move to use. And then that happened, so that's cool. And my opponent could potentially have a Blaziken, a Whimsicott, or a Cresselia, or this thing. And those 3 Pokemon, honestly speaking, if it's a Blaziken, I can deal with it easy. If it's a Gengar, I can deal with it easy. And the other 2 Pokemon, I have my Raikou to deal with, so I'm in great shape at this point. And even if Excadrill was Focus, and this guy wasn't Focus Sash, it was probably Mega. It didn't Mega Evolve. We wanted to save time from our life. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's pretty short, this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this and you understood what happened there. Well, it's really pretty much just showcasing Facade Mega Salamence. It's not as powerful of a showcase as one of the earlier episodes that I had versus the Gliscor and, you know, the toxic stuff and that. But it still goes to show you that, you know, versus Rotom-Wash. That one was just versus Toxic Stall, but this is versus Rotom-Wash. How you can just DD up on a Rotom-Wash, get to +3, and just Facade everything. And it's a good time, especially if they don't have any sashed Mons or whatever. And remember, as always, if you guys enjoy this video, please remember to click that like button, as it really shows the support for the channel. You know, favorite, share, all of that nice stuff. And subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more BattleSpot Synchro related stuff. You know, I have a team building guide, I have a bunch of other stuff you might want to check out if you're interested. Hit 1917 in X and Y. That's my peak, so if you're interested in a you know, pretty decent level player, definitely check my content out. Follow me on Twitter if you're interested in stuff like that, and I also live stream on twitch.tv. Those links will all be in the description. This was Groudon Empire. Peace out.